Hi guys, my name is Alexandra Di Gesaro and I help entrepreneurs increase their confidence and share their authenticity on camera so that they can attract their right fit clients. And today I want to talk to you about creating live videos. How to look good, how to make the video look good so that your audience loves it and you connect to your ideal clients. So we are going to talk about going live in two aspects. One will be how to make sure that the video itself looks good. And the second one will be how to make sure that you look good on video. So point number one is the lighting. Obviously, this is something very important in every photo and every video. And this is one of the most common mistakes I see people make when they are going live. So what do I mean? Very often people just use their ring light. There is additional light from the screen and they look kind of bluish. They look as if, they look like kind of ghosts, white ghosts on a dark background or something like this. So there are a couple of things to consider here. First of all, don't keep the light too close to yourself. Make sure that the whole scene is equally lit. That will definitely help you. And preferably use the natural light, like sitting in front of the window is the best thing. In front of the window, I mean that the light from the window is hitting your face, not that you have the window behind you. That is a huge mistake. Avoid it, or you will have a huge white space behind you that absolutely doesn't look good on videos. And make sure that your videos aren't too dark, because that doesn't look good. And also algorithms don't like videos that are too dark because they don't attract attention. So that's why algorithms decrease the visibility of videos that have poor quality, and poor quality means also videos that are too dark. Another thing is the position of camera. So very often you will be using your webcam, and that's fine. Just make sure that it's on the right height. So don't place it too high, because you will look like a dwarf. It will make you look small. Also, it makes people look at the floor, and it's not very appealing. Also, don't place the camera too low, because then people will be talking to your nose, and it's also not a very appealing thing. So make sure the best position is on your eye level, and that's when you look naturally. And combining the camera height and the lighting, your scene should be good. The last part of making the video look good is paying attention to your background, because it's not that you need a white wall, but also make sure it's not too crowded or that there is not a total mess behind. Like here you have my setup, that's how I work, and that's fine, that's organized. But if I would turn around and there are toys of my kids around there, and there's things that are maybe not so visually appealing, that wouldn't be a nice background for a live video. So consider that making your videos, don't only focus on your face and on yourself, make sure that the whole scene looks good. Now we are moving to the second part, which is how to make sure that you look good. So the most important point in making live videos is the eye contact. So make sure that you look into the camera. I know it's difficult. I know it's tempting to look at yourself at the screen, but try to keep the eye contact with your audience. It's much more powerful and much more natural, instead if you are looking everywhere around. And like one of my clients said, how do I actually keep looking at the green dot? I know it's difficult. It's a question of getting used to it, but please try to remember about it. It will already make a huge difference. Okay? Secondly, as you can see, I am taking a look at my notes so that I don't forget anything. And it's okay. You don't have to know everything by heart. You can stick your notes to your phone or to the screen of your computer if that's how you're recording. That may be helpful, but it's also okay to just pick at the screen and look at it, and even say, I want to make sure that I've covered everything that I've prepared for you. That's why I take a look at my notes. The problem is if you start reading, or if you behave like a school kid that is reading like this. That's the problem. taking a look at your notes is not a problem. It's actually showing your professionality and showing that you've been prepared. So it's really not a crime. I see many people who are saying, oh, I don't know, like, what do I do if I forget what to say, and so on. You don't have to forget what to say. You can have your notes. You can be totally prepared. It's just about not looking at them all the time, not reading, not sounding like a robot. Okay? And another thing is, don't talk too slow or too fast. Often when we get nervous, people start talking like, they just want to get over with it and have it done. Make sure that you are talking in a way that is understandable. Make sure that you are talking loud enough, because this is another thing, that people start talking like little mouse and you can't hear them. So make sure that you consider it all. And also another thing is, pay attention to what you're doing with your hands, with your legs. For example, that you are not moving around on your chair or playing with a pen, which is very common, like, I know I'm moving my hands a lot, you know, I live in Italy, so it comes kind of naturally to me. But pay attention to those little tics that we do, like, okay, playing with your hair, like that also doesn't look good. So consider all these little tricks and little details to make sure that your live videos are successful. At the end, I want to share with you a little trick, how, you know, if you are very nervous and you are totally afraid of going live, you are afraid of what people will think, you are afraid that you will stumble, you will forget what to say, you will make a mistake, and oh my god, what will happen? Nothing happens, that's okay. We're keeping it real. Being authentic is one of the very important points of connecting with your ideal audience. But another thing is, there is a trick. If you are just too nervous and it's nerve-wracking for you, you can pre-record your video and then stream it into your group or into your page using software like StreamYard or something like this, and then stream it as a live video. Of course, it's better to connect live, because you can directly answer to comments and, you know, connect on an even deeper level. But if it's too nerve-wracking for you and you are just too stressed, make a couple of videos before. Make sure that they are not edited, okay, so that there are no cuts. But, you know, you make the whole video in one sitting and then you just stream it. And doing it a couple of times, you will get used to being on camera, to talking on camera. You will get used to the idea of being live, and then you can go live, really live in the real time. Okay, I hope you find these tips helpful, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments.